How are you? I'm a Dr. Muso. Today we want to talk about a Samoure a Toure and a level a question. It reads analyze the factors leading to the rise and subsequent expansion of Samoure Toure. Analyze the factors leading to the rise and the subsequent expansion of Samoure Toure of the Mandinka Empire. So the key note here on our question, it requires us to analyze. You have a detailed analysis. You have a detailed thought on the rise and expansion of the Mandinka Empire. This is a multi-dimensional question. So we are going to look on the factors leading to the rise of the Mandinka Empire. Number one, we see that trade, it was so important in the rise of the Mandinka Empire. The trade in gold, trade in slaves, trade in guns led the Mandinka Empire to rise to a prominence. Then we also see that religion, it was also instrumental in the rise of the Mandinka Empire. There were religious factors that were so important, that were so vital, which led this state to be prominent. We see that here to use religion as a unifying factor, as a factor of bringing up people together. The Islamic religion, it was so important in bringing people together, leading to the rise of the state. Then we also talk about Samoure Toure state building abilities. That ability of building a formidable state again, it led the state to rise. Then we also talk about military factors. The Mandinka Empire, it was highly militarized. The militarization of the state again, it led the state to rise to a prominent. Let's now move on and talk about the factors that led to the expansion of the Mandinka Empire. We see that this Mandinka Empire, it covered about 115,000 square miles. It was a big state covering a big area, 115,000 miles. We also see that Samoure Toure expansionist policy, it started in 1867 when he had conquered Samankoro. Samankoro is Samankoro, the Samankore state. So when he conquered the Samankore, what people now, it led to the expansion of the state. After that now, he began absorbing the small Mandinka states and part of the weakening Sise kingdom. So many Sise what areas they were incorporated into the Mandinka state. We also see that he went on to take the Kumben in 1875. Then he created the third largest empire after the Sokoto and the Tokolo empires. So his empire, it was the third largest state after the Sokoto and the Tokolo empires. We see that the expansion, it was made possible. The expansionist policy, it was possible. Why? Number one, because of his military abilities. He was a military genius. I think you know that Samoure Toure was known as the Napoleon of Africa. So his military techniques, his military tactics now, it led the expansion to be a reality. His army, it was organized into battalions. The battalions, he had specific names, again leading to the expansion of the state. He relied on diplomacy. He was a diplomatic leader, and he also relied on matrimonial alliances or intermarriages, again leading to the expansion of the state. So that is how we are supposed to answer this question. Thank you so much. I'm Dr. Muso.